Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and good morning. This is Ashima and you're watching us on Entri channel. In this section, we will be talking about daily current affairs or daily news events. Now, in this video, as of this session is going to go forward, we are going to discuss the current affairs. That is, we'll be noting down a lot of details, right, which are important for examination also. So this section is going to help you in enhancing your notes of current affairs in less time, more current affairs in less time. That is the purpose of this video, right? For all of you who want to further keep in touch via attempting questions, you can either take the quiz which happens on Entri app every day. It is free and you just need to download the app, do the registration and nothing else. You will get the quiz available every day. About 10 to 12 questions or maybe 15 questions are uploaded, which will help you keep in touch with the news events. For those who want live quiz also, we have it every Saturday. So every Saturday we schedule a live session for weekly current affairs via question format. So you can join in that also. Right. Now we will be discussing about the news events over here. The first news event that we are going to talk about is Tri-Food Parks. Now, what exactly is this Tri-Food Parks? This is a tribal cooperative. Now, it has been started by TriFed. So, what is TriFed? First of all, TriFed is Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India. This is the organization which helps towards enhancing the tribal network and tribal marketing and tribal products. Right? And TriFed operates under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Right, so TriFed operates under Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and recently an MOU has been signed between TriFed, or you can say Ministry of Tribal Affairs because it is under it. So between TriFed and Akhil Bharatiya Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram. So between them, MOU has been signed, and that is why Tri-Food Parks are going to be set up. Now, where will they be set up? They will be set up in Madhya Pradesh. Right, and what will be the work of these Tri-Food Parks, or what are they going to do? And now, under this MOU that they have signed, One Dhan Yojana will be implemented. What does that mean now? That means that there are going to be self-help groups and One Dhan Vikas Kendras and Tri-Food Parks, which will help mobilize the work of tribals, which will help them connect better, which will help them train in the skills that are there, which will help them in building infrastructure over there, right? And it will give them an identity of their own. Right. Now, if we talk about Tri-Food is under One Dhan Yojana. So, One Dhan Yojana is the one which is going to be implemented after the MOU of Tri-Food, after the MOU of TriFed and Akhil Bharatiya Vanvas Kalyan. And under this, Tri-Food has been launched. And what is the purpose of it? These are basically food processing centers. So this will help in value addition of forest produce. So what are Tri-Food? Tri-Food is basically food processing center. So what happens under it is that whatever produce is there from forest, all of that will be processed, and via processing this will enhance the value of the product and therefore the amount of the product. Right, so raw materials will be taken from One Dhan Kendras and then that will be processed under Tri-Food. Now going to the next news event, that is ISRO Decade Plan. So recently, Indian Space Research Organization or ISRO, whose director is K. Sivan, they have released a decade plan. Decade plan means for the next 10 years, what are the major achievements that ISRO is looking forward to. So what are the achievements? First is completing a moon mission, which is Chandrayaan 3. So India's moon mission is Chandrayaan 3 and we are looking forward to completing this mission. Right, so it's going to be similar to Chandrayaan 2 mission, but in Chandrayaan 2 mission, the lander had failed on the lunar surface, right? So, in Chandrayaan 3, we are hoping that this error is not repeated. So, Chandrayaan 2 will be again done, that is going to be Chandrayaan 3, but it will include only rover and lander. So, no orbiter will be there. Under Chandrayaan 2, there was rover, there was lander, and there was orbiter. Right, but in Chandrayaan 3 only rover and lander are going to be there, orbiter will not be there in the mission of third one, Chandrayaan 3. Then completing the solar mission of India, that is Aditya L1. So Aditya L1 is the first Indian scientific expedition to Sun. India's first solar mission is Aditya, and Aditya is a space probe that will be placed in space, and where it is going to be placed, that is L1, that is Lagrange point. That is why L1, because Lagrange point, that is where it is going to be placed. So Aditya is the name of the probe and L1 is the Lagrange point. That is why the name is Aditya L1 mission. Right? And what is it going to study? It will study the chromosphere, the photosphere, the corona of the sun. Right? Then what else is going to be there? Indian first data relay satellite is also going to be set up by ISRO. Now what is this going to do? It will track the space assets that India has, and it will enable the communication between the space to space assets. So we have so many assets launched by these satellites of ours. So enhancing the communication between the assets is what this data relay satellite is going to do, and it is going to cover 1/3 of Earth. Right? Apart from that, the first developmental flight of small satellite launch vehicle will also be completed. This is the major events of this whole decade plan that ISRO has launched. Right? Then FSSAI new trans fat levels have been launched. Now India is lagging behind in terms of the percentage or the amount of trans fat that we have permission or we have permitted. Right? So it is the highest as of now, and as per the WHO or World Health Organization, this amount needs to be reduced. That is, as per WHO, by 2023 they want to eliminate trans fat from foods because it is harmful. So as a step towards this goal of WHO, FSSAI has decided to launch new levels. So what are the new levels? First of all, what is FSSAI? That is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. And according to that, from January 2021, 3% or less is the only permitted amount of trans fat in India. And that is for all the products, that is bakery or fat spreads or vanaspati or margarines, of everything. Even refined oils, edible refined oils, all of them either 3% or less trans fat. And from 2022, it is going to be 2% or less. As of now, all the countries in the world, about, I can say not all, but major of them, 40 countries if we say approximately, are having this level, 20% or less. But India is not to that level. Right? And as I told you, WHO is launching this global elimination of trans fat by 2023. Now, if any organization is launching such a huge mission, they have something to keep a tab on it, right? So to keep a tab on it, there's a replace annual report which is prepared by World Health Organization. Right? Now, what does first of all replace stand for? Replace is review, that is review the dietary sources of industry produced trans fat. Promote the replacement of industrially produced trans fat with healthy oil. So first of all, review. These are all the steps also, as you can see. First of all, we'll review what trans fats are there, from where is this trans fat coming. Then promote the replacement, that is, if we want to remove something, we have to replace it with something. So replacement should be promoted. Then legislating the regulatory actions for this elimination. Then access the trans fat content in food supply and changes in trans fat consumption. Then create awareness about how harmful trans fat is, and then enforce the compliant policies and regulations so that it can be implemented as well. Right? So there are 6 actions which are involved, and the full form of replace defines those 6 actions that are involved in reduction of trans fat. Right? Now, trans fat is responsible for a huge amount of lives lost, about 17 million lives lose. So for that purpose, it is very harmful, and since it's hydrogenated vegetable oils, that is why it is harmful, more harmful on the part, right? So for that purpose, its elimination is very much necessary for increasing the quality of life of people. Then India's rice Vietnam exports to Vietnam. So India is exporting rice to Vietnam. Now, why is this a headline? Is because Vietnam is one of the largest producers of rice. It is the largest exporter of rice, to be frank, and still it is importing rice. So why is it that Vietnam, which was considered the largest exporter of rice, has now become an importer? What exactly has happened? So first of all, Vietnam is the third biggest exporter of rice in the world, and India will be exporting broken rice during January and February 2021. So what exactly has happened that this step has been taken? The reason is that they are importing because first of all the prices of India are quite good, because we are giving them at a lower scale. Per ton we are offering it at 310 US dollars per ton, right? So that is why it's very attractive amount. First of all, second of all, they are trying to stockpile the rice, quantity of rice for future, because during this quarantine a lot of consumption has happened and they had to give it from their stocks. So to refill those stocks, they are importing so that their stocks can be complete. And Indian prices are very attractive as of now in all around the world, because we are offering it from the range of 381 to 387, and to them we are offering at 310 US dollars per ton. So for that purpose, Vietnam has announced export of 70,000 tons of rice. Right, so 70,000 tons of rice has been imported by Vietnam. And this is all because of this pandemic situation that has occurred, right? Now, not only Vietnam, there are other countries also which are trying, which are soon to become, you can say, the clients of India, or the importers from India. That is Thailand and other Asian countries who are consuming rice, because Vietnam is offering broken rice at 500 US dollars approximately, and India is offering it as at about 380 US dollars. So this difference of price is the one for which India is gaining the market right now. Right? Then 40th Indian scientific expedition to Antarctica has been announced recently, and this is going to be carried out by Ministry of Earth Science. So this is the 40th expedition of Government of India towards Antarctica, and we are who is going to look out for it, or which ministry is there? That is Ministry of Earth Science. Now for this mission some vessel must have been deployed. So which vessel has been deployed? That is ice class vessel MV Vasily Golovin. Right, this vessel has been deployed for this purpose. When did India start going to Antarctica, or started scientific expeditions in Antarctica? That was in 1981 when India started thinking about going towards scientific expeditions in Antarctica, right? Now, what are the base stations of India and Antarctica? India has certain base stations, that being Dakshin, Gangotri, Bharti, Maitri. These are a few base stations of India in Antarctica. First one was Dakshin Gangotri. It was the first permanent settlement of India, and this was in 1983. In 1983, this was the first human settlement of India in Antarctica, right? And it is close to Lake Priyadarshini. Then Bharti was established in 2015. In 2015, Bharti was established to collect evidence of the continental breakup. That is the Indian subcontinent break, about 120 million year old, the breakup that had happened. To reveal that break of Indian subcontinent, Bharti was established. And who runs these? Now, if we talk about who runs these, we can say who is going to monitor them from India. So, for that purpose, we have National Center for Polar and Ocean Research, which is in Goa, and this is the one which manages Indian research base stations of Antarctica. Right now, there is a treaty called Antarctic Treaty, which was signed in 1961. Right, in 1961, there was Antarctic Treaty, and India is a part of it. There are a total of 54 signatories, and out of that, India is one of them. Right? Then a few one-liners for you. First, Asian Development Bank has signed 100 million US dollars agreement for upgrading the power distribution of Bengaluru. So this is important because ADB is investing for Bengaluru smart energy efficient power distribution, and this project will be bringing out underground cables and installing optical fiber cables and bringing in automated ring units in 6 divisions. So all of these things are going to happen, and smart electricity is going to be there in Bengaluru. So for that purpose, Asian Development Bank has invested $100 million. Then 1700 migratory birds recently died in Pong Dam of Himachal Pradesh. Now here we have a static question. Where is Pong Dam? That is in Himachal Pradesh. Now if we talk about who has died and what are the, on which you can say river is this dam built up. So Pong Dam is over Bias, right? So it is also called as Bias Dam, and it is over Bias River in Himachal Pradesh. And about 95% of the birds that had died, they were the bar-headed geese. And who are bar-headed geese? These are migratory birds that come from Siberia and Mongolia. They stay here for 4 months, and about 1700 of them have died recently, right? And apart from that, now since this we are talking about birds, you might have seen that in the last day also, I guess a day or two back, we had talked about some deaths in Rajasthan region also, right? So in Rajasthan there were about certain amount of crows which were died because of a flu which is spreading, a bird flu which is spreading. And in MP also about 50 crows have died because of H5N8 virus or bird flu infection. So bird flu infection is happening a lot as of now. Then Japanese researchers will be launching wooden satellites by 2023. And why wooden satellites? The reason is that when we launch the satellites as of now, when they come back to Earth, then there are debris which is left, right? Leftovers are there. So to remove that thing of leftovers, that is when wooden one will enter the atmosphere of Earth, then it will burn out, right? Because of the friction, it will just burn out and there will be no debris. So to remove that debris, Japanese researchers are working towards creating wooden satellites, and this is going to be completed by 2023. Now, with this, I'll be taking your leave. Thank you so much. It has been wonderful interacting with all of you. If you find this video helpful, do like the video and share the video for all of you who you find will be benefited from this video. Do subscribe the channel for everyday updates on current affairs and various topic-oriented videos that are also there. So to gain that updates, you can subscribe the channel, which will help you in enhancing your preparation. So see you later. Goodbye. Take care and have a wonderful day ahead.